Well, hello my fellow car modelers. How you doing today? Hey, this was a really great surprise I got that's given me an opportunity to do a video here I wasn't expecting to do today for you guys to get another look, kind of a companion to my video from almost a year or so ago of the differences between 25th and 24th scale. And this is just such a rare opportunity for us because you don't ever get this opportunity to do something like this. We have two bodies here that are from the exact design from the designer. And a big shout out to Jim Rogers from Salvino's JR for hooking me up with this. He did a little thing on his morning coffee that he does 9 o'clock Central on Facebook on Saturday mornings. If you haven't, go check it out. It's pretty neat. He talks about what's going on in their little model company. Even if you're not into building NASCARs, you should really keep an eye on this company. They're breaking the rules. They're breaking the rules of what nowadays they say can't be done, and these guys are doing it. And they open up their business for all of you to come in and speak with them and talk to the owners and what they're doing and how they do things. And it's really interesting. But anyways, Jim is the designer for Salvino's JR. He does everything in CAD. He will prototype print, if you're familiar with 3D printing, you prototype print what he makes, so they can check dimensions. So because he has that ability and the designs are in there, their latest kit that they came out with, their 81 Pontiac Le Mans that raced in NASCAR back in those days, which is a 24 scale body, or was just 24 scale kit, and that's this right here. But he did something for his show, and then he offered to send it to me just because it's neat, and he knows I do these quirky little videos. So right here is that exact body. He 3D printed it in 25th scale just to see the difference. So we have the exact body, the exact design from the exact plans. Basically, the dimensions are just changed from 24th to 25th. But it's the same exact body from the same exact guy who did this body. You follow what I'm saying. I'm getting all confused. But in the computer world, the 3D model in the computer is the same model. So everything is exact. Yet, look at the little differences, and we're going to go over that. This is pretty neat. This is, like I said, this is an opportunity you never get. Also, this being a 3D printed model body, this can show you how sometimes it's tough working with 3D printed stuff because it's really brittle, and it came kind of busted up to me. No fault of Jim, or I wasn't one bit upset. It's easy to put together, but it's tough to make a model car out of 3D printed stuff. But 3D printed stuff, it's a prototype, so you don't really want to use it. To me, this is something neat to have. I'm gonna keep in a case on the shelf. It's model car history. And I super appreciate Jim sending this to me. But what a cool thing. Let me move some of my rigging. I'm having a little bit of light issues here. We're going to go back to showing when we did the last thing. Can you see that? Can you see the differences? We'll lay it down like that. Look at that. Look at that. That's the exact same body. 24th on the bottom, 25th on top. Let me figure something out here. There we go. That's what I want to do. Look at that. Well, you can see the differences between the two. 25th on top, 24th on the bottom. Exact same body. Off the same computer plans. So there is no difference. Let's flip around. I'm not editing. I want to get this out today. You guys, it's just so cool. Thanks, Jim, for doing this. I'm gonna have to pull the camera back a bit. Let's do that. Check this out. Look at that. Look at how much smaller this is. And if you haven't gotten this kit, if you're interested in doing this Le Mans, highly recommend it. out of the ballpark. Something that us NASCAR, our 80s NASCAR guys. Excuse me, people. I got a cough. I'm still trying to get over this cold, but I appreciate it. Yeah, holy mackerel, boy oh boy. Is that frickin' cool or what? Look at that. And we'll take a look at the back. You can just see how much huge 24th is to 25th. And now you really get the idea. And we went over, and if you haven't watched that video, watch it. I go over kind of the history of why 24th, 25th. I used to be very, very kind of scale snobby. For a while, I was totally in a 24th scale in my early days, and then I was getting into 25th scale, and then I wanted nothing but 25th scale stuff. Really, it doesn't matter to me. I could care less nowadays. But like when it comes to NASCAR, which primarily I like to build 80s NASCARs, I love the 24th format because that's what Monogram did. That's what, sorry again, Salvino's JR basically bought all the molds from Revell because they were, guys, Revell, they had taken a lot of the old Monogram and Revell molds and they were just going to melt that stuff down. And Salvino swooped in and saved a whole bunch of their race car kits. So, and then they went on and they did their own bodies for the great Monogram NASCAR. If you haven't watched any of my videos on that stuff, look up the Salvino's JR reviews I do. It's just exciting, if anything, the fact, like I said, the history of this new company. They're only 3 years old, and they're doing leaps and bounds, amazing things, and they listen to us. I mean, for real. You can talk to Jim. You can get onto that show on Saturday mornings that he does. So, yeah, it is flat out cool. Again, back to the scales. The 24 stuff, I like my NASCARs in 24th because the majority of them that I built are 24th. And I like to keep it that way. But honestly, it doesn't matter. I mean, if I only had the 24 scale of this, I'd build it. I'd figure out a way. But I don't. 25th, 24th. We got 24th. So the chassis work, everything works. Again, this is never going to be a built model. I'm going to preserve this in a case on the shelf. It's very cool. I should have told Jim to sign it. Jim, you should have signed this for me. Then it'd be so valuable. I could put it on eBay, in about 20 years when Salvinos have just, turned in this multi-gajillion-dollar operation. And then I got yours with a signature and I could sell on eBay for $43 million. Wouldn't that be neat? Maybe I'd cut some to you. I don't know. Riffing here. Trying to be funny. I'm not a paid comic, believe me. So, there it is. That's just freaking cool. I dig that. That's so neat. Get another comparison. Let's flip this around. You can see the whole roof. Yeah, so that's it. That's what I'm doing here. That's the difference between 25th and 24th right there in a nutshell, as far as what it looks like. And you couldn't get a better, in that last video I had to take like bodies, but the fact that these basically come from the exact same plans, from the computer plans, that they're exact in every way. I mean, I can look at detail and I can see how things are precisely exactly the same, just a little smaller over there. I'm sorry for the constant coughing. Like I said, I'm going to put this out today before I go to work. I'm not going to cut this. This is all raw. But it's just an interesting, subject, the whole 24. I still get people asking. There's people that haven't seen that video. And they are asking, hey, you should do a video on the differences between 25th and 24th. Well, here's another one. And then go watch that other one and learn more. Because holy cow, is this freaking cool? I dig it. I'm, again, not an opportunity we ever get to do a comparison of the exact same body in two different scales. Incredible. But that is that. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching and supporting the channel. If you haven't, please subscribe, like this video. It helps us with the algorithms. And, continue on doing what you're doing. Keep on watching. Keep supporting. Go over to the Teespring store. We got a new shirt that says Build Model Cars because they're fun, because I say that now. So what the heck? And I want to give a shout out at the end of this video. Please watch all the way to the end and give a shout out to my producers over on Patreon. Those guys are a big part. I'm getting more of them, and some of the dudes are just been there for a while, and that is just helping us keep this channel going and doing new things and more things with this channel. And now I'm starting to do exclusive videos over on Patreon for my Patreon producers with a lot of coughing in it. Sorry, I'm so sorry for doing that. And I literally do talk to these guys and ask them, what would you like? What do you think's a good idea? And spitball ideas. And I ask them, hey, I'm doing this. Like, there's another video I'm working on. You guys have no idea what I'm doing, but they do. They know. I show them behind the scenes stuff. So if you want to be a part of it, go over there and enjoy. I don't care if it's $1, if it's $2, if it's $10, if it's $50. I mean, we're going to do some tiers where the more you give, I'm going to start giving out to the guys. But right now, it doesn't matter. I don't care. You're a supporter. You're a part of the team when you do that. And we really appreciate it. And I want to thank those guys. So, I give them kudos on the end of this video. Please watch it. Besides, it's cool. You get to look at my bitchin' Fox body go zipping down the road illegally. That road right over there beside my house. Zoom. That was my son-in-law, AZLeo Valor. He put that little thing together and wrote the music and put the music in. That guy's awesome. But he's the one who did it, and he's the one who told me to go break the law, and I'll film it. And I said, yeah, what the heck? I'm the oldest teenager you're ever going to meet. So, again, thank you all. We'll see you in the next video. And remember what I always say. Keep gluing those fingers together and keep cutting that styrene. And go build model cars. Why? Because they're freaking fun, dudes. Why do I got to tell you that? You build model cars. Talk to you later. Thanks a ton.